Yeah, good morning. Today's March 12th. This is where my earlier shots from yesterday showed that there was plenty of room for me to pull through this underpass here. And you can see now there's probably about 7 or 8 feet of water in here. And I'm going to pan around over to the creek. You can see it's coming down. It's pretty major water here right now. I guess crest is expected sometime Saturday morning. So I'm sure the people living on the riverfront are a little bit nervous right now. I'll get some more footage later. Okay, back for some more footage at the river. Here it's March 11th, 2011. You can see this is where they have the ferries moored for the winter. You can see the water's coming up here now. And I don't think crest is supposed to be until tomorrow about noontime, so could get a little dicey. Gonna walk down to the swinging bridge, get some more pictures. You can see they have the ferry boats moored here for the winter resting ground, but water's coming up pretty quick. I'm gonna get down here to the Black Creek and get a shot down there. Yep, you can see the water is all but coming up on the road. Down there is from the earlier footage where I showed you where the water was coming up on the road. I'll try to zoom in there a little bit. I think you can probably see it better than I can see it on the viewfinder. But this is going to be a serious flood. I'm going to assume that probably in about 5 or 6 hours, right where I'm standing right now, is going to be under a couple of feet of water, because this is really coming up quick. And there's our swinging bridge. You can see it's only maybe 2 feet outside of being submerged. So this flood will be significant, unfortunately. Probably will reach some of the homes on Front Street in Millersburg. A lot of water. I'm going to walk out in the swinging bridge and get a shot from the water coming down. And you can see the water is lapping right up there. And if you look up the Black Creek, it's really coming down with a lot of force. You can see the road over there. The water's right up at the banks. So this is serious water for sure. Wouldn't want to fall in there right now. You'd be finished business. But this is what happens when you have heavy rain with a lot of snow in the mountains up north and runoff. So that's what's going on. So there you can see where the Black Creek is meeting up with the Susquehanna River. You can see it's darker in color, more chocolate color, and it's racing out in there pretty good. The flow rate here right now is probably 10-12 miles an hour. And I'm going to say that by tonight or tomorrow morning when crest is, this land over here, this little peak of land, this will be underwater. And the bottom of the swinging bridge will probably be lapping up with water. So this is a fairly serious water event here in Millersburg. The wind is almost blowing me off this bridge right now. So more tomorrow when I see the final crest of the river. Yeah, here's some more footage of the March 11th, 2011 high water episode here at the Millersburg River. And I was down here about 3 hours ago, and I can tell the water's up more. I can't tell exactly how much because I wasn't down right at this spot, but I'm going to get down to where I was so I can see how much it actually came up. I was down here about 3 hours ago, and this water wasn't up at the road yet. You can see right over there by the boats, water's coming up. And still making a slow assault on the beach. Yep, see, here's a little gun club. When I was down here about 3 hours ago, there was no water up around this at all. You can see there's water all around and all this muck that's drug in by the river. So it's still coming up. Odds are that up where those guys are standing, I'm going to zoom in at the stop sign. I'm going to say it's probably going to get up to about that point. But we'll see. You can see now the Black Creek's really racing in here. All that water there, it's up to there. Yesterday, just yesterday, I was able to drive through there. That's probably about 10, 12, 15 feet of water, and you can see it's back right across the road. It's come up over across into this little eddy that is formed right here. So Susquehanna River is rolling. Now you can see it's right here on the bank. Another probably half an hour, it's going to be up on the top of the road here. There's the famous swinging bridge. As you can see, before there was about 3 to 4 feet. I'm going to look at it right now if I can zoom in on it any. I can't really. It's zoomed in as far as it'll go. But there's only about a foot there now. This has come up about 1.5 feet, 2 feet in the last 3 hours the way it looks. And man, it's cold down here. Woo. Today's the 12th of March, and you can see where I was yesterday, where there was only a couple of feet of water. Now it's water clean over to the water company pump station. Kind of zoom in over there, see if you can see that. And by the swinging bridge. But it's completely flooded here now. Yeah, here's a shot of what would be the road coming over from Millersburg over below the Mayo Bridge. And this, of course, I'm standing on the train bridge. And it would lead right around over to this side over here, where you can see the Mayo and the ball field over there. You can see where the water line ends. I'll zoom in on that a little bit. And then this is actually the Black Creek. And you can see it's way outside its borders. Over there is again the water station. All this is flooded out. This is all floodplain here. Usually does flood, but not for just any normal flood. This is a moderate flood for sure. Yesterday I shot some footage from down by the little gun club there, back up to some guys this way. You can see, of course, all that's underwater now. Look at the mess these guys have to clean up when the water recedes from down here where they park the ferries. But that's the mighty Susquehanna River right out there. It's really, really coming down. And there's a better view. Just how much water's coming down there right now. It's amazing what this little river can rise up and turn into. But it looks like, to me, all the homes along the river here are going to be safe, thank God. So that's it. A pretty good chunk of driftwood moving along there. You can see how fast that's gone. At least I think you can. But if you were out there in a boat and capsized, you wouldn't stand a chance. That's quite a piece of wood moving along there.